What's up, guys? This is Corey from Bitfire with a video here today showing you how you can recover a hacked WordPress website even if you can't access your administrator dashboard and you don't have backups. This is our test blog that we'll be using today. It's just a really simple WordPress blog. It has a couple posts. I use this for doing WordPress security testing. This is the administrator dashboard. There's a few plugins installed, a couple posts, a couple pages, few plugins, that's about it. What we're going to do now is we're going to infect this blog with a really simple set of malware. We're going to infect a bunch of different files on it. And then I'm going to show you how you can download the Bitfire software, install it easily, and recover your site. So we're going to go ahead and do the infection now. We're going to run the script. And this is our default infection code. All it does is display a really colorful background with the words hacked by the elite hacking group. And when it installs this, it's going to cover every single page in the website. Nothing is going to be accessible. So we're going to say yes. And these are the 10 files that it's picked to infect. They're all selected by random every time. And now when we try to load the web page, this is what we get, hacked by the elite hacking group. If I try and go back to my administrator dashboard, I get the same thing. The website's totally inaccessible. So what you're going to do is click the link down below. It takes you to a website here called bitfire.co that hosts the software. Click on the install link in the header here, and it takes you to an article that will walk you through the entire install procedure. Here's a quick rundown of what we're going to do. We're going to download the install script. Then we're going to upload the install script to our web server. We're going to load the install script, and then we're going to follow the link to finish the configuration. It's really simple. So click the button to do the download. And then we're going to go ahead and open up our file browser or our SFTP or whatever file transfer protocol you use. If you're using Git or SVN, whatever it is, it's fine. Select where you downloaded the file and select the root directory for your WordPress blog. And then go ahead and click upload. And we can see it just installed the Bitfire PHP firewall. All files transferred successfully. We can go ahead and minimize this now. And let's go back to our website. And now we're going to type in the name of that file, /bitfire-install.php. It takes just a second. And this script is going to go out and download the latest version from the website, check and make sure the server is compatible, and install the firewall. What it does when it installs the firewall is it adds a line to your user.ini file. It's a special PHP setting that tells PHP to run the firewall before running anything else. That's what's going to allow us to protect our website and recover the hacked malware. So go ahead and click on the Bitfire dashboard, and it should take you to this page right here. Now you're going to need to copy this password or set a new one. Basically, since we don't have administrator access, we can't rely on the WordPress authentication system. So we're going to use our own password. This is by default a random 12-character password. You can use anything you like. I recommend you use something strong and secure. Copy it so you don't forget it. Click the Save button. And then you might have to click it twice depending on your web browser. Go ahead and when it's going to prompt you for a sign-in, just paste that password here in the password field. Click sign in. Now I'm going to have to update that password because I just changed it. Now it takes you through the configuration wizard. Usually you can accept just the defaults on this. The first question is asking if you want always on. This is that user.ini setting I was telling you about a second ago. Go ahead and click next because we went yes. Allow IP blocking. This can block denial of service attacks. I would only recommend enabling this if you're currently experiencing a denial of service attack. We're not, so I'm going to leave that setting off. Force SSL, if you have an SSL certificate, you really should turn this on as it'll redirect all non-HTTPS traffic to HTTPS. It will also prevent any access to your unencrypted website. Since I'm not using an SSL certificate, we're going to go ahead and leave this off. Require full browser. This is going to send a JavaScript challenge to verify any browser that says it's a browser really is a real web browser. This prevents a lot of hacking scripts and bots from attacking your website because 99.99% of them are all automated and they don't run JavaScript. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. And then we're going to also turn on block impersonating robots. Another thing hackers do is they impersonate Google, Microsoft, Bing, Yahoo, whatever, and try to pretend to be one of those trusted browsers or trusted web robots so that way they can bypass any security protocols you have. This is going to very quickly verify those bots and then enable them to access the website normally. I'm going to click Finish. And we save the changes. I recommend you tour the dashboard if you've never used the software before. It takes about 2 minutes to go through it. I'm not going to do that because we're going to go ahead and do a malware recovery. So I'm going to go ahead and click X and just make sure those settings are applied. And yep, it looks like they're all here. So now I'm going to go click on the malware scan tab, which takes me to this page where I can click the scan all files. The first thing you're going to notice about the Bitfire malware scanner is just how fast it is. In 6 seconds, it scanned all 3,500 files and identified 11 changed files. You can see every file that I identified as changed or altered from the original version. You can diff it and view the changes immediately here in line and see exactly what the changes were. This is our malware script, so we can tell this file has been infected with malware. Bitfire correctly identifies this with a virus icon. Now, Bitfire looks for changes, and then it looks for things like encoding, special character encoding, or encryption, or system commands, or executing variable function names. Anything like that is going to flag as suspicious and mark it with a virus icon. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a virus, but if you have changes and you're experiencing problems in your website, it's a really good indication that it is malware infected on your website. We can see we have one additional file that it detected changes on. We can take a look at that, and this looks like just white space changes. Occasionally white space is encoded incorrectly and these files will show up. So I'm going to go ahead and click allow and allow that file because that change is fine. And now I have a list of all of the files that have changed to my website. If I want Bitfire to repair these files for me automatically, which I do, I'm going to go to the Bitfire pricing page, or you can click here on the Upgrade to Bitfire Pro link. It's going to take you to a purchase page. If you want, you can check for free access. We sometimes run offers for different domains to see if to get a 1 month free license. This is not a subscription to a newsletter or anything. This is just an activation email. You can come down here and you can select your plan. You can look at the different types of protection that are offered. Basically, the difference between Basic and Pro is that Pro allows us to repair hacked WordPress files. It includes file locking, which prevents any file modifications from unauthorized users. It includes account takeover protection, which monitors the SQL database and prevents any account that isn't administrator from creating an administrator account or promoting a user to administrator account. This covers cases like broken access controls and plugins, which is a very common vulnerability. Offsite redirects is another very common hack attack. This will install site-specific web browser restrictions that will prevent browsers from being redirected to malicious websites. And it also includes multi-factor authentication using SMS codes on your phone. It's very simple to set up and it's awesome security protection for your administrator accounts. The difference between Pro and Premium is that Premium supports unlimited page views per day and Pro only supports 10,000 page views per day. Premium also comes with free 1-hour security consulting and an install and configure everything for you. Since I'm doing this all myself, I'm going to click Pro, and then I'm going to fill out this form, my full name, the domain name, which we had was bitfire.co, and my Proton email address. Now for the discount code, you can go ahead and enter YouTube 10 because you're watching this video on YouTube. When you click apply, you should see that applied. That code's going to be live tomorrow. Select your subscription type. You can either pay per month or per year. The YouTube 10 is a 10% discount, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and select a year, and I'm going to click Download Bitfire Pro. This is going to send a license file, a license key to the email address I entered, and it's also going to send an invoice with a bill and a PayPal link I can click on and pay for. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my email address, and I can see I have a new license here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And this includes instructions for installing it. So to begin using the new license, go to the Bitfire dashboard, click on the Settings tab, and then scroll to the bottom of the page, paste this license, which we're going to copy, and then click Go Pro. So we're going to go to our dashboard, I'm going to click on Settings, scroll to the bottom of the page, here's the license, and we're going to go ahead and clear that out, paste the new license, and click Go Pro. It takes just a second to download the software, and now I'm redirected to an Advanced tab. These are all of the pro level features that you can enable. We're not going to do that right now. We're just going to do website recovery. So I go back to the malware scan. I click Scan All Files. And as these hacked files start to show up, I'm just going to click Repair. And I'm going to click Repair on all 10 of these files. And they're all successfully repaired. You'll notice that the icon changes from a virus to a regular PHP file. If we click on the malware scan again, we should see 100% clean file system. And file integrity is at 100%. When I go back to my blog now, I try and load the homepage, I can see the homepage loads correctly. If I try and go to my administrator dashboard, I can see this loads correctly. I can look at all my user settings, everything's working just fine. You can leave this as is, but I would highly recommend you add the WordPress plugin integration. This is going to add some security notices to your dashboard page. It's going to actually install the multi-factor authentication for WordPress and add a couple other nice features. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add New Plugins, and I'm going to search for Bitfire in the plugin directory. I'll see the software here. I'm going to click Install Now. Takes a second to download, and then just click the Activate button. This is going to detect and find our original WordPress install. It's going to remove that, and then we're going to run Bitfire through the WordPress plugin system. And WordPress now has already identified that I have an out-of-date plugin. Let's go ahead and go to the dashboard and look at that. I have an out-of-date plugin. BuddyPress has CVE 2021-21389, which is incorrect authorization. This actually allows a non-privileged user to promote themselves to an administrator account. So that's a very dangerous bug. I would recommend upgrading that plugin if you have it installed on your website. And to access the Bitfire dashboard here now, just click on the Bitfire icon and run through the advanced settings or check out what it's currently up to on the dashboard page. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's how you recover a hacked WordPress website. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Like this video if it helped you out, and good luck out there, guys. Okay, see you soon.